I'm Cherise Nicole with CNikky.com, and I sat down for a very candid interview with Safaree Samuels from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, where we talked about his life and his relationships and his career. And like many of you, I had a lot of preconceived notions about the type of person Safaree would be. But I went into the interview with an open heart and an open mind. And I hope as you watch this interview, you do the same. But stay tuned for after the interview to hear my thoughts on Safaree. Thanks for watching. Yeah. All right, it's Cherise Nicole, and I am so very happy to be meeting for the first time Mr. Safaree. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for the intro. I like that. That was nice.
Yeah, no, I was really excited to meet you when they called. I was like, yes, please. I would love to get to know him because I think a lot of people don't really know you.
I get that a lot. What's up with this mic?
What's wrong with the mic?
Whose name is that?
Mine. You don't like the name Nikki?
How ironic. Who set this up?
You don't like the name Nikki? What are you talking about? What's wrong with my name?
I'm just saying it's a lot going on right now.
It's a lot, and that such is the issue. Shall we delve into Safaree? This is your life. This is your dating life. It is all over the place. Yeah. Problems that many men would love to have. So let's keep that in mind here. Another day at the office. How hard is it to be you? So difficult. Let's start with the Nikki that we are with, kind of, sort of now. What's the current status of that kind of, sort of relationship?
You know, you saw I walked in, I caught her kissing two girls, right? Yeah, it's up in the air right now because I'm a nice guy, but I ain't gonna take disrespect from nobody. You ain't putting that much work for me to be putting up with that. So somebody gonna have to get their ish in order, straight up.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, what about? Is it true that you lived with Anna Montana? Did you guys get a house together? Is that true?
Yo, where do people come up with this stuff?
I don't know. Listen, that's why I'm asking. I'm trying to get the truth, like Sojourner.
Yo, you see, these are the type of interviews I need to be doing. People that know, she said, you want the truth? Go call Sojourner.
Yes.
I mean, that kind of no back to flying spur.
Yeah.
I see that ass looking flat. I don't got a spare. You should see the nearest doctor and go get some air. Heart check, heart check. All right, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm giving you a lot right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking to you about a lot of stuff I never spoke about before.
I really appreciate that. I sincerely appreciate
I like
that.
your energy and your spirit.
Thank you.
And you know what I'm saying? You're not bad mind.
I love you. So let's set the record straight. What was it? A relationship? Did you get a house? Was there a lease? Whose name was on it?
Listen, that is absolutely not true. I don't know where the hell that came from.
Are you serious?
Yo, if that was true, like it would, like where's the house at?
I don't know.
Like when you get a house, you can't hide it. Like it's
Right.
public information.
Right.
So nah.
Do you even know her? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it came from somebody saw you together probably and assumed.
It just be freestyling or whatever. These people are outrageous, man.
Yeah, I was like.
And that's why it's so hard for me to find somebody because, I could meet somebody and then people just be saying the craziest things, digging up stuff about people.
Yeah.
And, it is what it is.
Don't let us take a picture because then I'll be the third Nikki. Like, he has a thing for niggas. So no Anna Montana, and I, you knew because I was going to ask you about because she was supposed to be the one that broke up T.I. and Tiny's marriage and all of that. I was like, Safaree can't win. What's going on with Safaree? He's getting these chicks that are cheating on him. What is going on? So
what the hell be going on out here?
Well, what about I'm gonna mess this up. The Santiago girl, Zasha. Did I mess it up? What's her name?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The Wildin' Out girl.
Yeah, that was a while ago though.
Yeah. So what happened there?
It got blown out of proportion.
Uh-oh. So did she really cheat on you?
You know,
Mhm.
listen, I
Mhm.
nah, I don't. You know what? I don't even remember what happened because that was a very like quick 1, 2, 3. It was a very short thing, but sometimes pictures and media they make things seem like it's a lot longer than what it really was.
Yeah.
But big man thing, that thing was shot.
Oh gosh. Okay. All right. Because I'm seeing like patterns here, and I'm wondering if like you have completely have your guard up now in
Oh,
relationships.
my guard, bro, my guard is up like a 24-hour federal maximum penitentiary. Um, 10 serial killers, murderers on Alcatraz Island. My guard is up.
Oh, that's not good though.
Yo, it's listen, man. It's rough out here in these streets.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody using me for no promo. Ain't getting seen on TMZ. None of that. Get on, leave me alone. Like me for me, woman.
Mm.
All I know. I'm looking for love. All right. So VH1. I was opposed to it before, but I think I may be open to doing a dating show. So I think we need to set it up. Let's do a casting, and let's really find love. I'm
Okay, so of course the elephant in the room, how what has it been like the past few years, getting past your relationship with Nikki? And the reason why I'm asking because obviously you've spoke about it, before. I'm in a relationship. I've been in a relationship for over 10 years. And my boyfriend is, my business partner as well. We have a production company together. And you know, that's why I'm asking on a personal level because I relate to what your situation was, and I can't even fathom like the relationship not working out and like having to start over after spending so much time together building a business together. What has it been like for you the past few years as far as getting past the relationship?
Y'all got paperwork?
We have paperwork.
Okay, that's good. You on the way then? Cause love ain't no paperwork. It's a cold world out here.
Yeah.
Broads, everyone, get your paperwork. Have it right and tight.
Did you have your paperwork? No.
This thing say? Where you get this mic from? Keep putting this mic in my face.
Safaree, you didn't have the paperwork. Not even written on a napkin? Nothing? It was trust.
Yeah.
It was just trust. I
Yeah.
understand that.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that when there's love involved, you feel like you're going to be with the person forever and that this is never going to be an issue. And then it becomes an issue, and then what do you do? Mm.
um,
You should have told your boy Ray J to get the prenup, get that paperwork, get the prenup like Mama Sonia tried to tell him.
I don't know, man. Ray J's in a whole world of his own over there.
Yeah,
Shout out my boy Ray J.
yeah.
Y'all tune in to see what happens.
Okay. Lord have mercy. I'm the spoiler. So I'm asking like generally, how difficult was it as far as your heart? Your heart is concerned.
It was in. It wasn't as hard as people may think it was, just because when you're driving on a long road and you see the end of the road and you know that the end is coming and you just start preparing for it. That's like where I was at. So it's like I knew what it was about to be. So it was like, when it finally happened, I already was disconnected. So it just was like, it was just like a sigh of relief and just like a nice, fresh start.
Okay, that definitely puts a different perspective. I love that imagery. First of all, I did see you like driving on that long road. I could tell you are an MC because that you had great imagery there. Um, so you saw it coming. You definitely saw it coming.
Yeah, it's like you know when things are just not going how they once were, you can just feel it. And when you're just not there mentally, but you're there physically, yeah, it's a different ball game, you know.
Yeah. It was time to walk away. Yeah, and you walked away. So it's not true that you cheated, and or at least not in that instance.
Yeah, it was just a whole lot going on. You know, a lot of people ask me about that, but it just was definitely it was a two way street. So
Because you got the blame. Publicly you got the blame.
of course, I'm gonna get the blame because I'm a guy. And the other person is one of the biggest stars on the face of the planet. So ain't nobody gonna take my side. I'm not looking for people to take my side because at the end of the day, it's none of their business. It's between me and one other person. So just have to sort out the sort out. Disrespect and get a kick in your ass mouth.
Okay. So what I do want to know, as so we not don't harp on the negative of the relationship, is obviously you guys were in a rap group before getting signed to Young Money, before this journey began. That's where you guys met and were friends first, and elevated. So, like, let people live vicariously through you for a minute, because the majority of the world will never experience the success you've experienced. Let us tell us what it was like to have a dream, like something that you talk that you talk gonna be rocking on stages in front of thousands and millions of audiences, and I'm gonna sell records, and what I mean. People have. I'm just saying that a lot of people won't be able to experience what you've experienced. So what was it like having this dream and then seeing these things come into fruition? What does that feel like?
It was like it makes your head spin because I'll never forget. Like, I used to drive tractor trailers, 18-wheelers, right? For this company called JB Hunt. I had my CDL license, Class A. Had my hazmat. I had my biochemical. I had all my certifications. My license is lit. So, like, in that hazmat, anyone who drive trucks, no, it is not easy to get the hazmat, especially in New York. The only thing I didn't have is the doubles, where you could drive two. You ever see like a big tractor trailer that has two tractor trailers at the end? I was driving the big 53-footers and flatbeds. I used to haul trash from New Jersey to Kentucky to the waste fields. I would have to strap them down, drive 14 hours to Kentucky, pull up to the minefield, and then the big pitchfork truck would come, push the dirt off. Then I would drive back for another load and then drive it back up northeast. And I remember when I don't know what it was. I think Wayne had like shouted her out on a song or something. And then she had called me and told me. I was like, what? I'm like, yo, I was in the truck. I was like, yo, I was ready to quit. I wanted to quit just because I wanted to hear it. But I was in the middle of nowhere. There wasn't no, internet wasn't big back then. There wasn't no voice notes. Wasn't no iPhones. This was the BlackBerry chirp phones. Like, it wasn't even, the Nextel chirp phones. It wasn't BlackBerry Messenger. Nobody was texting yet. This is when we used to just chirp. And I was like, what? Like, I'm in the truck driving. I'm like, yo, I got to hear this. And I had like about 11 hours left to go. It was torture. And then when I got to New York and I finally heard it, I just was like, oh my God. Yo, this is insane. And then, things just started happening little by little. And everything we ever spoke about, everything we ever dreamed about, everything we ever said we was going to do, it happened. At the end of the day, you got to respect that. Even me talking about it right now, it's like I don't talk about it a lot, but talking about it right now is just making me really see it. And it's like, damn, as much as people want to hate on me and want to try to make it seem like it's an ongoing war and all of that, it's like, nah, that shit is incredible. What was done. Like, not too many people do that.
What was the moment, like one of the first moments you can remember where you were experiencing something, maybe on a stage or in another country or something like that, in a studio, and you were like, this is like real. This is really happening. This is my life.
Mm, I think I think it was I think we was going to like clubs. We were going to clubs just all up and down the East Coast and just doing like shows off the mixtape. And the reaction, the response was, I'm like, yo, this is insane. Like, there wasn't nobody in there who didn't know a single word. They didn't know a single ad lib. Like, everybody knew me. And I'm like, I wasn't even on no song. I wasn't an artist, but they all knew me just by association. I'm like, damn, this is crazy. And I just felt like, yeah, this is definitely about to be some super wop crazy shit. As far as my music, I'm definitely, I'm still on the grind with it. But it's like, it's crazy the way people react to me. Like, they react to me like I have a number one song out on the radio. Like, I was going through the airport the other day, and everybody, like, people was working, they were behind the counter. They was running from behind the counter. And, whenever older white people see me and they don't know who I am, and then they see other people coming to me acting like that, they think I'm puffy all the time. They're like, Puff Daddy? Puff Daddy? Puff Daddy, please, picture, Puffy. I'm like,
You give it to him, don't you?
nah, I'm like,
You give it a
yo, I'm like, I'm not Puff Daddy. One time I was in Vegas, and just, I'm in Vegas, I'm walking, I had a security, and then there was some people, they saw me or whatever, and they started crowding me and all that, and then they were like, yo, Puff Daddy, oh my God. I'm like, I, I get that a lot from the older people.
That's not a bad person. I'm actually loving Hater, by the way. I love the song. I feel like it's gonna be an anthem
Yes.
for so many people.
Everyone has a hater, so like, how could you not love it? They don't like you, but watch your every move. Pop locking your bitch in a better groove. After this pipe, yes, in a better mood. Lay it down one time, then hit snooze. Whoa, you ain't sleeping on me. I'ma tell her to wake up. No, we not taking a picture. Why you fixing your makeup? Feel like I live in a bakery. I'm getting my. I do bad man things, get bad man money. Me now wait, so this boy better hurry. Stew jerk, oxtail, rice and curry. If we not get it, then why get buried? Street.
Yes, yes, yes. Love it, love it. Oh my God. I wanted to join in, but I remembered how terrible I am. Yeah. But I promise in the car and in the shower, I'm doing it.
All right, good. That's what's up.
That's what's up.
I'll teach you another thing in Jamaica.
Okay.
Put your thumb up.
Okay.
Go to the other. 1, 2, 3. That's that guy. Respect. Blessings. Bless up.
No way.
So when you go to Jamaica,
Yeah.
you a lot of people gonna, like boom. All right. So you do it like 3 times, but I'm teaching you, so that's why you keep doing it. So it's like, yo, oh, walk on, you good? Boom, boom, boom.
I'm
It's so
in the
funny.
brotherhood.
One of my friends went to Jamaica, and he said, yo, everyone who I met, they were like trying to pull my thumb off. I said, yo, I was cracking up. I said, bro, you are so dumb. It was hilarious.
Oh my God. Okay. Listen, I'm Cherise Nicole. Thanks for watching part 1 of my interview with Safaree Samuels. Be sure to tune in for parts 2 and 3. Now, as far as my thoughts go on Safaree, he definitely was not the person that I expected him to be. He was late to the interview, and he was very apologetic and very sincere about it, and that's a rarity as a celebrity in this town. So we started off on a good foot. And after a few minutes of the interview, I think when he realized that I wasn't coming for him, that I was just genuinely trying to get to know him as a person, he let his walls down. And when he did that, I really liked the person that I was sitting next to. I saw a person that I had a lot in common with, which was shocking to me and astonishing. Someone that's been in a relationship for a long time, someone that has a business with the person they were in a relationship with, and someone that ultimately not only had to start all over after being out of that relationship, but also having to start all over in business. And at this point in life, that's a difficult thing to do. So I saw someone that was willing to be open and honest about the mistakes that they've made and the things that they would change. And I really appreciated that. I think it made him very identifiable. I think a lot of people, if they give it an honest chance, the way I gave it an honest chance, will find themselves relating to him in ways that a lot of us didn't expect, with the flash of the fur coats and the coconut oil and all the chains and everything, and his patois going in and out of the Jamaican accent and stuff. I think it can come off very off putting. It can come off as showy and maybe even phony. And that's why a lot of people say they don't like him, or he's corny, or he's this or he's that. But what I learned is that it actually comes from a genuine place. It comes from a place of culture. It comes from what he saw growing up with his father dressed that way and, acted that way. So he pertains success and celebrity to being showy like that, which, in all honesty, probably had a big influence on the way Nicki Minaj was. So, I thought that that was really interesting and it gave me perspective. It didn't feel like his showmanship came out of left field. It comes from a place of home. And that was interesting to me. I saw an ambitious person that, used to drive a truck and got all of the truck licenses because he wanted to be the best truck driver he could be. He's been ambitious probably for as long as he can remember. And that ambition helped catapult his career, Nicki's career, and he's still got that ambition and drive. And I hope, in all honesty, I really hope that he's successful because he's very talented. He's very talented. If you see through all the bull and the headlines and the things that we think we know about him, and you just bear down to him as a lyricist, he's very talented. So I do hope that the world gets a chance to really pay attention to that. And I do think that he should do the show on VH1 that they are possibly offering him, the relationship show like the Flavor Flav For the Love of Ray J show. I think it would be really entertaining and really fun to watch. Now, he is genuinely looking for love. Now, will he find it on a show like that? Probably not, but it will be fun to watch. And as a single guy, why not? It would be entertaining for us as well. But I do hope that he does find love in life. And I hope if he gets that show, or if he does another season of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, that he lets his walls down and allows the general public to get to know the real Safaree the way I had the chance to get to know the real Safaree. Because overall, I thought he was a really cool person. So good luck in everything you do, Safaree, if you're watching. And thank you guys so much for watching. Watch parts